Thank you so much for joining us this evening on the Michigan News Channel. I am meteorologist Eric Tolman, standing here in front of a tree that was standing tall, but you can see it's not standing anymore. It's actually down on the ground, but we're going to tell you the tree that actually is down on the ground did not make a big it was somewhat of a big impact when it crashed in the back of the house. But the good news about this whole story and how heroic it was is that nobody was hurt, no injuries were reported, and nothing was broken. That was actually the good thing, but it was a very, very huge tree that fell in the back of this house right here. We're just not specifying address or anything like that, but we're just telling you how interesting of a scene it was when we had the high winds. Really took a downfall. Now we can tell you this is actually a good story to explain to all the viewers, and the reason why I emphasize this is the kind of weather that Mother Nature can do, especially if we were to have severe weather. So this is actually one scoop of what Mother Nature can do, and when we have tornadoes in Michigan, this is exactly what you'll see on the ground. Our trees down on the ground and a whole bunch more. So this is the huge tree that I'm standing in front of right now. There's the root of it right there. And you can see it came tumbling down from the ground, and there were just branches blocking this backside of the house right here. And then on this side you can see there's more branches over here as well. So I'm just turning the camera because we had a person over on the other side. We'll make sure that we edit this video before it goes up. So that's not shown. We apologize for that. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to turn this thing around. So I'm going to back up here so you can see how this is. And it's a really, really big tree. And it's about 37-year-old tree. And that's a very long time. If you want to talk about history, that's how long this tree has been around, for about 37 years. But unfortunately, we can just be very thankful that the worst of that is over. But good thing it wasn't tornadic weather out here. But some say it kind of was, but no injuries or nothing like that appears to be happening. But there's one thing that we did notice when the tree did fall. The other thing we did notice was, we're going to look at the house here, the back of it here for a minute. I just kind of noticed something. I'm trying to get closer up to it so I can see exactly what I can see. When the tree itself fell to the ground and hit the back of this house, you can see the top of the roofing right up here. Part of it is dented. Where the tree had fallen, it did put a dent in part of the roofing, but it does not really appear to be any serious damage whatsoever. But everything has been taken down to the ground, so the worst of this devastation is over. But when we start severe weather month, that could happen anytime. Severe weather awareness week, we'll talk about that, and that's going to be coming up this month in April, as a matter of fact. So this is actually a really, really good story to talk about severe weather, what it can do, and what kind of damage it can do. And I'll tell you, when we first did the story, you could barely see the back of this house because the tree was completely blocking half of the back of the house. But all we can say is, thank goodness, nobody was out here when this happened. Nobody was out here. All they heard was a big crash, and we come out here to find out that this whole tree had tumbled down. And that was the worst of it, and that's when we had the high winds out here in southeast lower Michigan. The weather was very, very cold. That was the day when we had the rain, the snow, the sleet, all that nasty stuff, and those very high and strong winds, and power lines even. We had gotten numerous reports all across Metro Detroit when this event happened. I'd have to look back and see when it was. But, like I say, whenever we have severe weather, just be prepared for any kind of severe weather, especially if it was high winds. Even if it was winds between 60 to 70 miles per hour, that can do enough damage. But luckily, none of this was around power lines. If it was in front of the house, then there'd be even more concern. It could have done a lot more damage, because you can see that there are other trees closer together, but this one actually had fallen. And the other scope of it was that the ground itself was completely very, very wet, soggy, and very saturated. It just took the whole root of the whole tree itself and took it to the ground. So that's how we look at it. So just to let you know that this is what can happen, especially if there was a tornado. The same thing can happen. There can be debris all over the place, but you can see we hope to have all this stuff cleaned up as soon as possible. You can see that it is being worked on. They did cut it all down. Everything is trimmed down to the ground and everything, but you can see there's a pile of the tree in this section over here. And then we've got more over on this side, and then this is the worst of it right here, as you can see right here. But like I said, there's a little bit of denting on the top of the house, but I don't really see any extensive damage, and like I said, there's no injury, so that's actually a good thing. So just want to tell you about weather safety today, and we'll talk more about weather safety and all the things that you need to be prepared for, because you never know when we're going to have wacky weather and wild weather like we had in southeast lower Michigan. But like I said, things could have been a lot worse for us when we had that powerful windstorm in southeast lower Michigan. This is meteorologist Eric Tallman reporting from northern Macomb County. Everyone have a great day, and I'll have another report on weather safety and much more. So we're very thankful that nobody was out here during the time when the tree had fallen down. So we're very thankful for that. Reporting from Macomb County, this is Eric Tallman reporting live. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with another report on tips on how to be safe during severe weather season. We'll see you tomorrow.